It is now a privilege to present the 9th Annual Moose Lifetime Achievement Award. By last November 1st, each Moose Association submitted their nominee for consideration to become the recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award. Shortly after the close of this convention, more detailed descriptions of the accomplishments of this year's recipient will be available on the mooseandtell.org website. From among all Lodge members during the 2021-2022 year, one has been judged based on the merits of his or her Moose career to be the best among this year's 43 association nominees. The 2022 Lodge Lifetime Achievement Award recipient has a distinguished Moose career spanning more than 47 years. This individual has sponsored 281 members into the Moose fraternity and has been a member of the Moose Charities League of Guardians for 17 consecutive years. She previously served on the Mooseheart Board of Directors and will be completing her term on the Judiciary Committee at this convention. She received her College of Regents degree in 1980, her Star Recorder degree in 1981, and served as Deputy Grand Regent in 85-86. In 1997, she joined the Grand Council of the Women of the Moose, and in 2006 became the Grand Regent of the Women of the Moose. How many know who the Grand Regent in 2006 was? Well, you're going to find out in just one second. The 2022 Lodge Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is none other than Sandra E. Richards, Meridian, Mississippi, Lodge 1628. So Sandra, I know you're probably a little shocked here, and you're going to have to catch your breath a little bit. Anything that you would like to say to our Moose brothers and sisters upon receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award for all that you have done for this fraternity?
I just want to say thank you to everyone as I've traveled throughout this great fraternity. I've met so many wonderful people. And it's because of you that our fraternity can continue to succeed and take its rightful place in this world. To my lodge and chapter and state association, thank you for nominating me for this honor. Everything that I've tried to do throughout the years has not been for myself, but for the children at Mooseheart and the seniors at Moose Haven. I say many times that the greatest gift that this fraternity has given to me is the gift of friends, and that's what you are. You are my Moose family. Thank you so much.
Love you too. Love you too.
Vice Chairman Maspus, Chief Executive Officer Hart, Moose International Board of Directors, delegates and representatives to this 134th International Convention, and my brothers and sisters, I am privileged to present the report of the Moose International Compliance Office. The principal purposes of our fraternity are stated in the Constitution of Moose International and the Moose. Unite persons of good character in bonds of fraternity, benevolence and charity, assist members and their families in times of need, and render particular service to children in need and our aged members and their spouses. The Moose shines bright as the premier example of men and women united to accomplish these purposes and make our neighborhoods, cities, states, and provinces and countries better places. The Compliance Office is primarily responsible to interpret and ensure our fraternity's compliance with the Constitution and associated general laws. to hear and decide disciplinary matters of members, officers, lodges, units, or degrees, and to perform duties as required by the Chief Executive Officer and the Moose International Board of Directors. The general laws are the lodge's best roadmap to implementing a successful fraternal operation. After two major changes the last couple of years in the general laws, I am very happy to report that this year there's no changes to be approved at this convention. The Moose International Compliance Office is also tasking with supervising large charters while corrective measures are taken by the Lodge's Board of Officers to come into compliance with the general laws. If the Board of Officers fail or refuse to take corrective measures or operate in accordance with the general laws, our office has to act. We will not let the actions or conduct of a few irresponsible individuals jeopardize what we have sacrificed to build. This past fraternal year, the Compliance Office has authorized the removal of officers as well as entire boards of officers who, in neglect of their duty, have allowed their lodges to be utilized by officers and our employees solely for their personal gain. A priority of the Moose International Membership Department and its field staff this 2022-23 year is to ensure the fraternal emphasis of every lodge. The Compliance Office will assist the Membership Department and its field staff in this endeavor and take appropriate actions to ensure lodges and boards of officers are in compliance with their fraternal duties. It is critical to accomplish our principal purposes that the number of members increase, the number of lodges increase, and our current lodges strengthen the fraternal side of their lodges. The Compliance Office extends its hand to each of our lodges that has the attitude and desire to be a positive unit of this great fraternity. Brother Chairman, Vice Chairman, the written report regarding dispensations, mergers, charter forfeitures, revocations, commissioner assignments, etc., will be published in the convention proceedings in its entirety. And this concludes the report of the Moose International Compliance Office.
Moose International officers, representatives to this 134th meeting of the Moose, and members here today, it is my pleasure to report to you this morning the progress our fraternity has made during this past year. Just this morning, and that's a little wrong, that was yesterday morning. Now, just this morning, a lot of Moose Legionnaires were elevated to the Fellowship Degree of Honor. Would all those new fellows please rise and be recognized? Congratulations, brothers, on your achievement. Also, on a beautiful June 4th day at Mooseheart, 112 fellows entered the house of God and proudly marched out at our fraternity's newest pilgrims. With those new pilgrims in attendance here this morning, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations, my pilgrim brothers. Thank you. You may be seated. It is now my honor to relate to you a few highlights of what the Moose International Board of Directors have acted on since we last met in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Board of Directors met in person on 3 occasions during the 21-22 Moose year. as well as other video conferences as needed. During each regular session, the Board of Directors evaluates reports presented by the Chief Executive Officer and acts on specific items as requested by various department heads through the Chief Executive Officer. Additionally, the Board of Directors acts on necessary charter revocations, recommendations for past president conferrals, policy and operating procedures for Moose International, nominations for boards, councils, and committees. Also routinely on each meeting agendas are membership trends in all Moose fraternal units, fraternal programs and activities, finances, insurance issues, and lodge operations. Over the past several years, a greater focus has been placed on marketing the Moose to individuals within our core demographics. Many businesses have struggled to gain any forward momentum during the pandemic, but we were patient, persistent, and are now seeing a return on our market investment. On a national level, we authorized a 2-year agreement with Trackhouse Racing and driver Ross Chastain. Woo! We hold 4 primary sponsorships in 2022 and 4 again in 2023. Ross is not only an up-and-coming NASCAR star, but he is also a member of the 5 Club and a rising sponsor in our fraternity. At the same time, we look for a way to help our lodges and you, our leaders, get the word out into your communities about the value of holding membership in the Moose. In fiscal year 2022, the Board of Directors approved nearly $600,000 in local marketing grants. And for fiscal year 2023, we have another $500,000 in marketing grants funds, with each lodge being able to request up to $3,000 for marketing your good works to the residents of your city, town, borough, or village. Our original lodge grant program is returning this year as well. We have authorized up to $1 million for lodge renovations and improvement projects like HVAC, roofs, parking lots, restroom upgrades, and social quarter renovations. The only requirement to apply for either grant program is to be represented at this international convention. If you're scanned into any session, workshop, or meal function, then the lodge listed on your badge is now represented. For more information on the lodge grants, plan on attending the 1 p.m. workshop today in Pensacola, H3 and 4, titled Moose Marketing and More. One way that we have sought to provide straightforward incentives for members to belong, sponsor, support, and attend and lead is through the Moose Rewards program. Since 2014, members have been earning points by the thousands. Those earned points are redeemed for annual membership dues, Moose Gift Store gift certificates, or processed through Moose Charities for a wonderful donation to Moose Heart and Moose Haven. Based on the continued popularity of the program, the Board of Directors has extended Moose Rewards for an additional 2 years. We know our most valued sponsors always find an extra spark when a no application fee period is announced. This past December and January, we authorized just such an opportunity, but with a twist. It was a 0 application fee for online applications only. So any new member signing up by using the mobile device, laptop, tablet, or desktop computer was in for the $20 savings. To give you an idea as to the effectiveness of this short-term membership campaign, When you look at May 1st through November 30th of 2021, we saw a total of 5,805 online applications those 7 months. For the 2-month short-term campaign period, we saw 12,496 online applications. If you haven't signed a new member by using the online app, we urge you to try it. You can find the link on beamoose.org website. Finally, we can all be proud of 2 incredible occurrences in the Moose this past year. The first one involves membership, and you'll hear from Director Membership Mike Rios in just a few minutes. I won't steal any of his thunder, and instead talk for a moment about a lightning strike of sorts for our fraternity's finances. Despite the economic pressures associated with the ongoing pandemic, rising inflation, staffing shortages, and increasing demands for higher wages, the Moose did not use a single penny from our investment principal or interest to fund our operations and capital expenditures at Moose Heart and Moose Haven. You would have to go way back to a year in the 1980s to have seen such a result in our fraternity. Today, we are stronger in quality and quantity of members and remain unwavering in our financial commitment to Moose Heart and Moose Haven. It's a 1-2 punch combination that makes you proud to be a Moose. This, along with our 2 twin cities' changed lives for the better, has your board of directors ready to make it happen and take our fraternity to even greater heights. This is all made possible by you, and we thank you for that. Our sincere thanks to each of you for doing your part in making the Moose the best of all fraternal organizations. One final word. A man who lived out the mission of the Moose every day of the last 40 years on this earth is not standing where he should be rightfully tonight. Not me, he should be here, presiding over this 134th International Moose Convention. Chairman Paul W. Curtis was taken from us on April 13, 2022, while traveling with his beautiful bride, Bonnie, to visit lodges in the Northeast. Chairman Curtis will be greatly missed. His wisdom, laughter, vision, and genuine compassion for the needs of everyone around him can never be replaced. This morning, we pay humble tribute to Chairman Curtis. We miss you, and we will carry on your work. I hand the gavel over to past Chairman Berger to entertain a motion.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Bruce, for that encouraging report. And tribute to Chairman Curtis. Brothers and sisters, you have heard the report of the Moose International Board of Directors by Vice Chairman Massapust. May I hear a motion from the floor to accept the report? Where are we at, Mass? Over here? All the way down. All the way down. Anybody over there want to make a motion?
Kimberly Kuhn, Merritt Island, Florida, 1544 and 2073. I second the motion.
Thank you very much. In a second, you made the motion. In a second, a gentleman, a brother, there you go. Bobby's coming.
Dan Peterson, Lodge 2276, President, Zephyr Hills, Florida.
Hey, I know where that is. We have a motion and a second to accept the report. All in favor, use your voting sign of the order. I should say the moose. Anybody opposed? Don't see any. Motion carried. Back to you, my friend.
Thank you, Brother Berger.
I'm going to get hell. I'm going the wrong
You're going the wrong way. Scott's going to yell at you. I now call to the podium Director of Membership Mike Rios for an uplifting report on membership and the naming of the top association.
Before I get started, quick story. The first time I came up here, I was so nervous, and I walked from behind the curtain, and I walked out here, and it was crickets. Nobody said a word, nobody clapped. And I remembered my good friend Pete Carter, rest his soul, that happened to him one time, and he said, thank you. The applause was deafening. So you did better this year, so thank you very much for making me feel welcome up here. Hello, Moose family, and what an awesome feeling it is to be with you at the 2022 International Convention here in Orlando. It's been a great year, and we've proven that we truly are stronger together. Well, it was a nail-biter indeed, but we finished that membership finish line with a plus on April 30th for the first time in 10 years. Yeah. While waiting for the final numbers to be posted, it was kind of like watching our NASCAR driver, Ross Chastain, as he made his way near the last few laps and coming across the finish line with an impressive win in the #1 Moose car. Yeah, I cheered and even did a little dance. I didn't bust a watermelon, but I'm bursting with pride in our membership production and retention. Last year, we exceeded our 135,000 member production goal by 28,702 members. It's awesome. And we signed 163,702 new members, and that's an average of 13,642 new members per month. That's pretty awesome. We also finished plus 5,120 with a total of 852,356 members, and we retained at least 80% of our members overall. We had 792 lodges achieve their goal or quota for the year, and 810 showed a gain in membership versus 571 the previous year. Wow, what do you think about that? Pretty awesome. I'm confident we'll keep the trend moving toward another gain in membership this year. And in an effort to help us cross the line victorious this year, just like the Vice Chairman said, Ross Chastain has sponsored 6 new members already into the fraternity so far, and he's earned a spot in the Moose International 5 Club. Thanks, Ross, for being such a great spokesperson and supporter of the Moose. And like he said, I believe in the Moose, and the Moose believes in me. I believe that when we work together, we can make things happen. I believe that we can easily become 1 million members strong and more. I believe in you. So to those who signed a member last year, made a retention call, encouraged or mentored someone, or worked at the lodge and gave of your time and effort in your community, thank you. You're the reason that we're back on track. It takes a team, and we have the best in the world. Last year, the 5 Club, consisting of the Moose Legion, and chapter members sponsored an initiative to support the purchase of a climbing wall, weight room, TVs, and gaming systems for the Moose Activity Center, or the MAC. You helped make this happen by generating $36,785 for our children, and we appreciate all that you do to sign members in support of the Moose. That's a big number, $36,000. What do you think? That's pretty awesome. If you were one of our 5 Club members last year, please stand and be recognized. All right. That's awesome. All right. Now raise your hand if you're already in the 5 Club this year. That's pretty awesome. Thank you. This year's 5 Club project is to provide funds to our Moose Haven campus towards updating the audio and visual systems in the auditorium. This will allow residents to watch high-definition TV while cheering on their favorite sports teams or watching their favorite movies. Contributions, of course, are courtesy of your association, the Women of the Moose, and the Moose Legion. Now let's get to some statistics. These numbers only cover the Moose from May 1, 2021 through April 30th, 2022. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge some outstanding members who did a great job signing members last year. If you know them, please shake their hand for me and offer thanks and congratulations. In fifth place, signing 173 applications from Anna Marie Island, Florida Lodge 2188, Joanne Thompson. In fourth place, with 197 applications from the Zephyr Hills, Florida Lodge 2276, William Klein. And in third place, with 204 applications from the Apache Junction, Arizona Lodge 2039, Jerry Burgess. And in second place, once again this year, with 299 applications from Daytona Beach, Florida Lodge 1263, Jack Rayful. And last but not least, our first place top sponsor for the 2021-2022 Stronger Together membership campaign, again this year with 335 applications, is Byron Dalton from the Anna Marie Island, Florida Lodge 2188. All right. Thank you to all of our top sponsors for your commitment to the growth of our beloved fraternity. During the 2021-2022 Stronger Together campaign, we had 14 more 100-member sponsors than previously, totaling 24. Our 75-member sponsors increased by 19, from 16 to 35, and our 50-member sponsors showed an increase of 58, from 34 to 92, compared to the previous year. We had 288 more sponsored 25 last year than compared to 2020 and 2021, for a total of 465 sponsors. Every year, we're proud to acknowledge our all-time top active sponsors in the Moose as reflected in our records on April 30th, 2022. Again this year, at number 5, sponsoring 1,466 members, is Randy Shives of General Assembly 3000. Still holding the number 4 position, sponsoring 1,686 members, is Jim Moreau of the Salina, Ohio Lodge 1473. Maintaining the number 3 position, sponsoring 1,850 members, is William Price of the Salisbury, Maryland Lodge 654. Remaining at the number 2 position, sponsoring 2,466 members, is Ed Porky Strong of the Malden, Massachusetts Lodge 1910. And maintaining the number 1 spot again this year, sponsoring 2,877 members, is Jack Rayful of the Daytona Beach, Florida Lodge 1263. Thank you, and we know that you'll continue to lead by example and help us increase our membership. We're very proud and appreciative of the accomplishments of our dedicated field staff members, your territory managers, regional managers, financial review specialists who work with you on a daily basis. Their primary function is to assist in the building of our membership, to improve the fraternal and business operations of our lodges, promote the Moose mission to our membership, and together foster a stronger and enduring Moose. Managed by Dave Smoot, Assistant Director of Field Operations, these individuals are in the field on a daily basis, working to grow our fraternity. Dave does a tremendous job of coordinating their efforts and supervising the team, and we appreciate his efforts. These managers are seated among you today or work in the room, and we'd like for them to stand and be recognized. Thank you to this dedicated team for your commitment to the success of our organization. Now, would the following field staff members please stand? The first one I'm going to call, I'm going to go out of order, is Jeff Ringer, Bob Sandone, Andrew Boardley, Chris Roberson, Mo Khan, Kenneth Kopp, Bill Rader, Gary Beck, Brian Dowd, Bolton Bunning, Heidi Chase, John DiMaggio, Larry Cundiff, Phil Phoebus, Mike Hausenberger, Mike Stumball, David Denny is not here. Adam East, Jim Beffert, Jeff Ringer, Robert Lee, Roy Rollins, Jim O'Connor, Jimmy Woods, Brian Dodge, Gary Hall, and Jeff Gutowski. We'd like to recognize these outstanding managers who have excelled in leadership and membership production and retention within their territories, and they've received the Top Manager Award for 2021-2022. Thank you all for your leadership and dedication. Let's give them a round of applause. Also, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to our Assistant Director of Membership, Kim Thompson. Kim's the go-to person who keeps us all in line and on track throughout the year. Thank you, Kim. We really appreciate you. And from time to time, we solicit assistance from dedicated and qualified volunteers to assist us when the need arises. These individuals, they're designated as assistant territory managers, and they're vital to the continued success of the field staff. Thank you for your help. We appreciate you as well. We have reestablished a Moose International Membership Committee consisting of members who are passionate about growing our fraternity through production and retention, and we'd like to recognize them at this time. Please stand when your name is called. Andrew Vonville from Marietta, Ohio, 1823. Jill Durr from Greeley Evans, Colorado, 909. He's not here, but Dan Companion from St. Albans, Vermont, 1090. From My Home Association, Kathy Rossi from Warrenton, Virginia, 1695. Walter Fives from Concord, California, 567. And this committee is chaired by none other than Sean Esposito from Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, 2267. Thank you all for accepting this appointment, and I look forward to working with you to grow our fraternity. In the very near future, we'll be introducing a new team of individuals who will be dedicated to assisting our lodges with business or social quarters operations. The Moose International Board of Directors have approved a team consisting of 2 individuals who perform as a lodge enhancement team, similar to the bar rescue concept, who will travel the fraternity and help make our operations even more successful. With a dedicated and concentrated team presence, these individuals will provide professional guidance in every aspect of the social quarters operation. The new position, Traveling Administrator, has been approved to temporarily assist lodges while they search for a new administrator, especially in the case of a sudden or unexpected vacancy and a lodge is unable to immediately identify a qualified individual. It's our intent to become more diverse in the services that we provide to our fraternal units and become more hands-on in our approach. These positions will be open in-house at first and will be listed online if they're not filled. Also, as a pilot project, it was recently approved by the Board of Directors, providing funding for 3 new lodges in a highly visible, high-traffic area. The Board of Officers will be appointed by Moose International, and the administrator or business manager will be an employee of Moose International. The board will concentrate solely on the fraternal and community service aspect of the lodge, and the business manager will maintain sole responsibility of the social quarters under the supervision of Moose International Lodge Development Manager, Larry Mead. The first initiative is underway located in South Hill, Virginia, and is named the Antler Lodge by Moose, number 2726. This concept will allow for a rebranding while maintaining the fraternal mission of the Moose. There will be a focus on Tommy Moose, safe surfing, first responders, community service, children and family activities, open to the public, and more. More details will follow in future publications. So, how did our associations do last year? This year, we had 37 associations who had an increase in production compared to last year, where there were 20 associations that exceeded their production. In the top 12, there were at least 1,000 or more are Washington, North Idaho Moose Association, 1,022. Number 11, New Jersey State Moose Association, 1,113. Coming in at number 10, the North Carolina Moose Association, 1,157. Number 9, Maryland, Delaware, D.C. Moose Association, 1,375. Illinois Moose Association, 1,764, coming in at number 8. Number 7, the Ohio State Moose Association, 2,262. Number 6, Michigan Moose Association, 3,395. Number 5, Arizona New Mexico Moose Association, 3,397. Number 4, Pennsylvania Moose Association, 3,811. Number 3, at 3,984, Virginia Moose Association. Number 2, California, Nevada at 7,165. And here's a shocker to number 1 at 10,131, the Florida Moose Association. That's awesome. Last year, a total of 792 lodges met their membership production goals compared to 447 the previous year, and that's an increase of 345 lodges. Our top 5 reporting lodges last year were number 5, Zephyr Hills, Florida at 2276, had 1,011 applications. Number 4, Merritt Island, 2073, Florida, 1,115. Number 3, Venice, Florida, 1308 with 1,268. Number 2, Inglewood, Florida, 1933, 2,393. And another shocker, number 1, Anna Marie Island, Florida, 2188, 4335. I need to spend some time in Florida to see what y'all are doing. Pretty cool. The top association program ranks associations in several categories. And here are the top performing associations in each category. The association with the top score in percentage of change in active membership is the Northeast Moose Association. In the category of percentage of active members qualifying as preferred members, the top reporting association is the Arizona New Mexico Moose Association. The Oklahoma Southern Kansas Moose Association received the top score for having the highest percentage of members who are Moose Legionnaires. And Alberta, Saskatchewan ranked highest for chapter members. The Texas Moose Association produced the highest per capita, get this, $18.41. Awesome. And at the top of the chart in the category of the percentage of lodges receiving the Premier Lodge Award is the Colorado Moose Association with 77%. And in the category of membership retention percentage, at 80%, the Ohio Moose Association. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the announcement of the top associations for 2021-2022. As information, there's no change in the criteria for this award for next year, and there are many individuals that work diligently to help their association compete for this award, and their efforts are very much appreciated. This year, top 5 associations are in 5th place with 215 points, and I'm getting ready to be your OV, in the Northeast Moose Association. 4th place with 218 points, the Arkansas Moose Association. 3rd place with 221 points, the Kentucky Moose Association. 2nd place with 226 points, the Texas Moose Association. And the association with 246 points overall, and the new top association winner is the Louisiana Moose Association. All right. Woo! Congratulations to the members of the Louisiana Moose Association. We appreciate your hard work, and we're very proud of your accomplishment. We'll be sure to get the top association banner delivered to your territory manager and liaison, Jimmy Woods, for an appropriate in-person presentation with Regional Manager Jeff Gutowski. Please join me next to the stage at the end of this session to my right for a group photo. As a reminder, One Moose was a campaign slogan. That was in 2020 and 2021. There's no such thing as a One Moose meeting or One Moose activity. We're simply referred to as the Moose. Please take that back to your fraternal units for consideration. Our new 2022-2023 membership campaign is Make It Happen. We've already made things happen by signing. When I wrote this, it was 20,000, so as of this morning, it was 25,000 new members in the past 2 months. Awesome. And please take this seriously. We really need to work on our retention efforts. So soon after this convention, I'll be back on the road visiting lodges and posting my experiences online. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook. But I'd like to offer this thought in closing. If you're not willing to make it happen, then at least let it happen. We're growing, and we are the Moose. Brother Vice Chairman, this concludes the report of the membership department.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Mike, and congratulations to the Louisiana Moose Association. Way to go! I think it's only fitting that since we have a new membership committee, that I would ask the new chair of the membership committee to make the motion to approve the report of the Director of Membership.
I, Sean Esposito, Lauderdale Lakes Lodge 2267, past regent, make the motion to accept Mike Rio's membership chairman report.
Okay, and the second from the same section, from the Florida section? Well, actually, I'd like a guy. I'm trying to do both. I got a guy. I need a guy. It's a Jersey thing. It's a Jersey thing.
Mike Argenziano, Administrator, 874, right in Golden Triangle down the street. I second the motion.
Okay. All in favor, please vote by the sign of the moose. Anyone opposed? So carried. Now we will start the nominations for the Moose International Incorporated Board of Directors. For the purposes of a motion, the chair recognizes Junior Pass International President of the Moose Legion, John Pro of Lakes, Washington Lodge, 1865.
Chief Executive Hart, Vice Chairman Massapust, members of the Board of Directors of Moose International, delegates and members of all. It is an honor to appear at this podium during the 134th annual meeting of the Moose for the purpose of nominating an outstanding Moose member and a dear friend to the Board of Directors of Moose International. This individual currently serves this fraternity as a Grand Council member. She was appointed and installed to this position at the International Conference in June of 2020. In addition, she has served this fraternity as an Academy of Friendship Board member from 2018-2020, Deputy Grand Regent for the Washington State Northern Idaho Moose Association in 2012-2013. She also currently serves as Chapter Analyst Coordinator for Washington State Northern Idaho Moose Association, and she's been that since 2010. She was one of the first females to serve at the association as a level as a district president, and she was the first woman to serve as an association president. She also was a higher degree president and is a member of the Washington State Northern Idaho Hall of Fame for her service to the association. She joined the Women of the Moose of Olympia, Washington, Chapter 1422 in November of 1993 and became a life member in August of 2010. She holds dual membership in Mooseheart Chapter 3001 as well as Lakes Chapter 511. She is a member of the 25 Club and earned her Academy of Friendship in 1999 and her College of Regents in June of 2008. Suzanne resides in Tumwater, Washington, where she enjoys crafting and golf. She has 2 daughters, 2 great-grandchildren. I nominate Suzanne Denning, a dedicated fraternalist, a woman who strives for perfection in everything she does and is a true leader who leads by example. My friend, Moose sister, and golf partner to the Moose International Board of Directors, a position I'm sure she will do great. Because we care, let's make it happen.
Yeah, old Scott will yell at you. Thank you, John. To continue, the chair recognizes past Star Recorder board member and past deputy grand regent Geraldine Winters of Moscow, Idaho Lodge 871. You good on that? I don't have it where it is.
I believe Suzanne Dinning would do a great job as director for the Moose International Board of Directors. She currently is on the Grand Council. She is the past association president for Washington State Northern Idaho Moose Association. Her heart and soul are moose-driven. She truly believes in the cause and wants to do what she can to help the organization prosper. Therefore, I second the nomination for Suzanne Dinning. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. To continue, the chair recognizes Oklahoma Moose Association Secretary Jack Pierce of Woodward, Oklahoma Lodge 452.
I'm pleased to nominate a very special Moose member for the Moose International Board of Directors. He joined the Moose fraternity October 7th, 1996. He served his lodge as prelate, governor, and past governor. In 2004, this man completely lost all of his faculties and sound state of mind to take the job as administrator of his lodge. I don't know what he was thinking. He hadn't been the same since. He holds dual membership in 5 lodges. He has made very many friends around the fraternity from his travels and attending international conventions. We know that because he travels to other lodges representing Moose International as official visitor at state conventions and mid-year conferences. At some point each week, he's at the lodges in our state or in other states across the country to help with mandatory training in various areas. Many times he travels to other lodges to simply help a new administrator or lodge board with questions, new procedures pertaining to their positions. He served his state association as district president, association treasurer, association secretary, and was awarded honorary past president in the states of Mississippi, Missouri, and Oklahoma. He served as deputy supreme governor for his state association in 2005 and is currently assistant territorial manager. He attained the coveted Circle of Distinction in the years 2007, 2008, 2020, 2021, and 2021, 2022. This man elevated to Moose Legion in April of 1998, taking the position of Assistant Secretary for 6 years. In 2004, this proud Moose Legionnaire was appointed to Moose Legion Secretary for his jurisdiction, where he still serves in that capacity. He was awarded past Moose Legion President for his home jurisdiction in 2013. This man was International Moose Legion President in 2014-2015. He received the Moose Legion Special Award in 2005, the Moose Legion Medal of Honor in 2012, and the Moose Legion Elite Ring 2018. He holds membership in several Moose Legions. He received the Fellowship Degree of Honor in 2002 and the Pilgrim Degree of Merit in 2008. It is with great pleasure I nominate my friend, Bruce L. Snyder, for director to the Moose International Board of Directors.
Thank you, Brother Jack. I now call to the podium past Supreme Governor, past International Moose Legion President and Moose Charities Board of Directors Chairman, Terry Walls of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 862.
Where's our pages at? Here.
Yeah, you got it. He's got your names there.
Right here. I got it.
You got 'em?
We found my place. I think it's been somewhere in the moose
know what
for
it is?
many, many years.
He's too tall for the teleprompter.
Well, that's typical, yeah. That's true. That does happen. And I don't know what that is, but it certainly is not my script. International President and Vice Chairman of the Board, Bruce Massapus, and my brothers all. It is both an honor and a privilege to come before the delegates of this convention to second the nomination of my friend, Brother Bruce Snyder, to the office of International Board Member. I can attest to Brother Snyder's devotion and dedication to our fraternity at all levels. I love you, Bruce.
He's the best. Thank you, Brother Terry. Just housekeeping. I need Debbie Gooch and Barbara Rose to start working their way up here. Okay. Next, we will hear the nominations for Moose International Director Chaplain. The chair recognizes past Supreme Governor, Pilgrim Council member, and Moose Foundation President, and I heard he's a pretty good golfer, as of the story before, George W. McCullough III of Charlotte, North Carolina Lodge, 1113.
Wow. I need to apologize to Terry Walls because us short guys got to stick together. And I had them set it up for me so that I could see it. But nonetheless, we would like to invite everyone to our Sunday non-denominational services at 7 o'clock. What was that word that you said it was? I think I messed it up. It's Wekawa, but it's Wanaki or something. But anyway, it's number 6. So nonetheless, let's move on. What a beautiful day in the sunny Florida at this, our 134th Loyal Order of Moose International Convention here in Orlando. And what a privilege and pleasure it is for me to take a small part in our fraternal history by making this nomination for the office of Director Chaplain. This brother joined the fraternity as a member of St. Clair Shores Michigan Lodge, 1837, in April of 1995. He also holds membership in Grayling Michigan Lodge, 1162, where he currently serves as administrator. This brother served the St. Clair Shores Lodge as treasurer, junior governor, and junior past governor, and has chaired the audit, life care, special projects, Gimme 5, and call to action committees. He is also a lodge ritualist. This brother was elevated to Michigan Moose Legion 105 in April of 1998. He has served as president, secretary, junior past president, and prelate at the association level. This brother has served the Michigan Moose Association by chairing committees on moose charities, government relations, special products, fraternal fundraising, and loss prevention, as well as serving the District 4 as prelate, vice president, president, junior past president, audit chairman, and secretary. He also served as my deputy supreme governor for 2009-2010 Moose year, and as a technical trainer, two-hot trainer, lodge leadership trainer. He is also the training coordinator for Michigan. This brother is a member of the 50 Division of the Moose 25 Club. He received the Fellowship Degree of Honor in 2004 and the Pilgrim Degree of Merit in 2011. He was nominated for Moose International Shining Star Moose Legionnaire of the Year for 2009-2010 Moose Year. He is also an 11-time League of Guardian recipient. Woo! This brother belongs to the Knights of Columbus. He attended the University of Michigan and is retired from bank branch management. He and his wife, Kathy, reside in Roscommon, Michigan. They have 4 children and 16 grandchildren. Wow, when did he find the time? But, keep on the script. They serve our fraternity as the director of Moose International, Inc., Board of Directors for the Moose, having been elected to that post in July of 2019 at the International Convention in Las Vegas, Nevada. This brother also serves as a member of the Moose Haven Board of Directors 2014 to 2019, Loss Prevention Committee 2012-2014, and on Moose International's Government Relations Committee 2010-2012. I know by now that our brothers and sisters from Michigan have already figured out who I am nominating for this international office, and I know that you will agree with me that God has always blessed us with great leaders to lead this fraternity, and this is no exception. As a past Supreme Governor, friend, and fraternal brother, it is with great pleasure that I nominate my friend and brother Robert K. Funky to the office of Director Chaplain. Moose International for this upcoming year respectfully submitted George W. McCullough III. Can I get an amen? Got it.
Get back to the golf course now. Okay. Thank you, GP. I now call on past Supreme Governor and Mooseheart Board of Directors Chairman Harry L. Johnson of Greeley, Evans, Colorado Lodge 909.
Holy cow, GP's getting wound up now. Yikes. Good morning to all the men and women of the Moose here in attendance. That sounds so good, I just want to say it again. The men and women of the Moose. Brother Vice Chairman of the Board, Bruce, CEO Scott Hart, the entire Moose International Board of Directors, and yes, each of you, the men and women of the Moose. I'm standing before you to second the nomination of Robert K. Funky for the office of chaplain, and what a great honor it is to do so. Actually, most of us that know him will generally just call him Bob or Funky. Funky's always held and or served on numerous international positions. He has always been active in his lodge and the Michigan Moose Association as well. But most of all, Bob is a wonderful human being who cares deeply for every person he has come in contact with. He loves the Moose, and he stands with us ready to serve. We can, if you know what he used to do, bank on him. And now it is the one of my greatest pleasures to second the nomination of Robert K. Funky for the office of chaplain of the Moose International Board of Directors.
Thank you, Brother Harry. Thank you, Brother Harry. I now call upon past Supreme Governor Danny R. Albert of Lexington, Ohio Lodge 2511.
I got to ask GP, does he know what he does with people that have hearing aids? Gee, Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors, Bruce, CEO, Moose International, Scott, members of the Board of Directors of Moose International, and members all. It is a great privilege for me to have the honor to nominate an outstanding fraternalist and a Moose member for the position of Vice Chairman of Moose International Board of Directors. This dedicated Moose brother was elected to the Supreme Council in 2016 at the 128th meeting of the Supreme Lodge in St. Louis, Missouri. Has served on the Moose Haven Board of Directors from 2011 to 2016, the Moose Heart Board of Directors in 2010, and the Moose Charity Board of Directors from 2006 to 2010. He was appointed to the International Family Activities in 2000 at the 112th International Convention. He served on the International Audit Committee in 2011 to 2016 and served a fraternity on the International Finance Committee in 2008 and 2009. Our brother joined the Loyal Order Moose in 1981 at Gallion, Ohio Lodge 303 as a past governor, a past administrator, and a life member of his lodge. He is currently the membership chairman of his lodge. He has served as Moose Legion as herder of Central Moose Legion 63 and is a life member of the Moose Legion. He also served the association as past Deputy Grand North Moose in 1987. This brother has served the Ohio State Moose Association in all elective chairs and as its president in 1993 to 1994, and currently serves as secretary of the association since 1994. He is a past state champion ritualist and the part of governor. 3 times he has placed third in the international competition. Our brother has attained a 250 division of the Distinguished Moose 25 Club, and he's a member of the League of Guardians. He was honored with receiving the fellowship degree in 1986, as well as the Pilgrim Degree of Merit in 1991 in the House of God at Mooseheart. He has attained a Lifetime Achievement Award for his association in 2021. And this recognition of his commitment to our fraternity. Professionally, he has been president of the Gallion Medical Supply, Inc. since 1998 and attended the Ohio State University with a major in business. He is a member of the American Legion and serves on the Design Review Board for the city of Gallion, Ohio. He and his wife Linda reside in Gallion, Ohio. They have 3 children with 4 granddaughters and 3 grandsons. It is with a great pleasure as a past state president from Ohio, as a past Supreme Governor, and as a past chairman of the Moose Haven Board of Directors to nominate this true fraternalist and a great, great friend of mine, John R. Sipes, for the position of Vice Chairman of Moose International Board of Directors.
Thank you, Brother Danny.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Danny. To continue, the chair recognizes Moose Haven Board of Directors member and past governor of Salina, Ohio Lodge 1473, Jim Monroe.
CEO of Moose International, Scott Hart, Vice Chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors, Bruce Massapus, and my brothers and sisters all. It is a great honor to second the nomination of my lifelong friend and Moose brother, John R. Sipes, for the office of Vice Chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors. Our great Moose fraternity will be stronger and more fraternal with John's presence on this prestigious board. Thank you.
You may think now I'm going to break one of my rules, but since I get to pick the two that nominated me and also the two to close the nominations, I had the two guys that nominated me all 5 times for the office do me for my nomination, and now I picked 2 women to close the nominations. I want to thank Jim, and now to make the motion to close the nominations, I call to the podium Women of the Moose International Higher Degree Board Member Deborah Gooch of Woodbury, New Jersey, Lodge 2585.
I'll do it.
You good?
Vice Chairman Bruce Massapus, Moose International Board of Directors Scott Hart, Chief Executive Officer, Board of Directors, delegates, and members of this fraternity. Upon hearing the resumes of these well-qualified and passionate leaders, it is with great enthusiasm I move to close the nomination for Moose International Chairman of the Board of Directors, Moose International Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors, Moose International Chaplain, and Moose International Board of Directors.
Thank you, Debbie. I now call upon Barbara Rose of Lodi, New Jersey, Lodge 1971 for the purpose of closing the nominations of the 134th meeting of the Moose International Convention. Barbara is a past Deputy Grand Regent. Are you good? You good with the teleprompter? You good with the teleprompter?
I am.
I, Barbara Rose, New Jersey, past Deputy Grand Regent from Lodi Lodge 1971, am honored to close the nomination, to second the close for the motion of nominations Moose International, Chairman of the Board of Directors, Moose International, Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors, Moose International Chaplain, Moose International Board of Directors.
Thank you, Barbara. Brothers and sisters, you have heard the nominations for the Moose International Board of Directors and the roles of Chairman, Vice Chairman, Director Chaplain, and Director. You have heard those nominations seconded, and you have heard a first and a second motion to close all the nominations. Do I hear any motion from the floor? And we'll go that section.
Mark Hanford, Zion Benton, 667, past governor. I make a motion.
Okay, and I need a second from that section.
Right here where? Right here where? This young lady.
Right in, yeah, along the aisle. We got it. Okay.
Ann Bakey, River Park, 2578, Vice President and Treasurer of the Women of the Moose, and past Deputy Grand Regent.
Okay, all in favor, please vote by the sign of the order. Anyone opposed? So carried.